All right, we'll finish our vacations and then we'll look for Sokka's intelligence.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times Sokka was actually brilliant on Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Why are you all looking at me?
You're the idea guy.
Can your science explain why it rains?
Yes! Yes, it can! That's called Sokka style. Learn it!
For this list, we're going over the occasions where Sokka, Team Avatar's resident funny guy, proved that he's also worthy of being known as the idea guy. If there's a brilliant Sokka moment you think we're dumb for leaving out, please tell us about it in the comments. Number 10. Helping invent war balloons.
Wow, this glider chair is incredible!
A trip to the Northern Air Temple brings up complicated feelings for Aang once he discovers that Earth Kingdom refugees have moved into it. Sokka, however, is thoroughly interested in the machinery that fills the temple, particularly the flying machines. He initially impresses the mechanist that built it all by inadvertently figuring out how to detect gas leaks.
Then you just follow your nose to the place where the smell is coming from.
And plug up the hole where the gas is escaping.
You're a genius!
Sokka really shows how smart he is when he intentionally helps perfect a war balloon to use against the Fire Nation. He uses both the airship and his intelligence when enemy soldiers attack the Northern Air Temple. By using a balloon's engine to cause an explosion, he is able to win the day.
As long as we've got the skies, we'll have the Fire Nation on the run.
Number 9. Becoming a resourceful fighter. Not being a bender like the rest of the group eventually gets to Sokka.
I can't fly around, okay? I can't do anything.
He decides to seek training from a swordmaster named Piandao to become a better warrior. After Sokka demonstrates humility, Piandao takes him on. Throughout his training, Sokka displays an unusual approach to his master's tasks. He adds a rainbow to a landscape painting and uses his face when asked to make his mark using calligraphy. However, Sokka's creative way of looking at things proves to be ideal when he duels his master.
No, this is my fight. Alone.
He uses the terrain and clever tactics to get the better of his more experienced opponent several times. Although Sokka loses the duel in the end, he still becomes a better fighter.
If you stay on this path, I know that one day you will become an even greater master than I am.
Number 8. Defending Katara.
Don't you walk away from me while I'm talking to you! Oh really, Mom? Or what are you going to do, send me to my room?
Although Sokka and his sister Katara are the Team Avatar members that usually argue the most, she and Toph end up blowing up at each other while traveling in the Fire Nation. After Katara scolds Toph for scamming locals, Toph calls Katara out for being too motherly. While Sokka's first attempt at reconciling the two of them is pretty boneheaded,
I know this is from you, Sokka! Toph can't write!
He makes up for it with his second try. He sits down and talks to Toph while Katara secretly listens nearby.
She helped fill the void that was left by her mom.
I guess I never thought about that.
After Sokka acknowledges that his sister can be bossy and annoying, he admits that she's been like a mother to him after their mom died.
And now, when I try to remember my mom, Katara's is the only face I can picture.
Sokka's not usually very emotionally intelligent, but he shows surprising depth here. Number 7. Taking down the drill.
So I'm the only one who can ever come up with a plan? That's a lot of pressure.
Upon arriving at the walled city of Ba Sing Se, Aang and company discover that the outermost wall is being attacked by a large Fire Nation drill. Sokka quickly devises a plan to take down the drill from the inside. After breaking into the machine, he wisely decides to break something else to get the attention of an engineer carrying the drill schematics. The paper plans prove instrumental in finding where the machine's structural weaknesses are.
The inner part and the outer part are connected by these braces. If we cut through them, the entire thing will collapse.
Although Sokka isn't able to cut the braces holding the drill together like Aang and Katara can, his strategy and recommendations lead to the machine being destroyed. It's a shame the team wasn't as receptive to Sokka's team nicknames. Sorry, Sokka, we liked the Aang Gang nickname too.
The Aang Gang?
Sokka.
Number 6. Getting in and out of the boiling rock.
Fine, you caught me. I'm gonna rescue my dad. You happy now? I'm never happy.
Although Sokka helped orchestrate a clever prison break in Season 1, his crowning achievement in fire prison escapology takes place in Season 3. In order to rescue his father from a volcano prison known as the Boiling Rock, Sokka infiltrates the place disguised as a guard. Unfortunately, he has no solid plan to get back out. Sokka thinks up a clever way to escape by using the prison's cooler cells as boats, but he abandons the plan to save his dad. Fortunately, Sokka and father devise a new plan.
Sokka, there's no prison in the world that can hold 2 Water Tribe geniuses.
Then we better find 2.
With the help of his imprisoned girlfriend Suki and Prince Zuko, Sokka and his allies get out of the boiling rock with their lives. It's pretty dang impressive for a man who didn't have a plan.
Did you at least get some good meat?
I did. The best meat of all. The meat of friendship and fatherhood.
Number 5. Crafting a space sword.
Ooh. That's what Sokka's talking about.
During the same episode that Sokka trains under Swordmaster Piandao, the gang sits under a meteor shower. When one of the space rocks lands nearby and causes a massive fire, everybody but Sokka uses their bending to fight the blaze. Seeing his friends fight the flames with bending motivates Sokka to seek out his master's tutelage.
Your sword must be an extension of yourself. So tomorrow, you will make your own sword.
When the time comes for him to select a metal for his sword, he hits upon the idea of using the meteorite as a base. The resulting space sword is durable, incredibly sharp, and proves invaluable on their further adventures. This cool weapon exists all because Sokka thought outside the box.
Creativity, versatility, intelligence. These are the traits that define a great swordsman.
Number 4. Saving a village of people. Aang, Katara, and Sokka meet a group of young freedom fighters led by a boy named Jet. But something about the teenage rebel rubs the Water Tribe warrior the wrong way.
I'm sorry, Katara. Jet's very smooth, but we can't trust him.
Sokka particularly gets upset when Jet and his freedom fighters rob a helpless old man just because he's a Fire Nation citizen. Sokka eventually learns that the group plans to cause a flood that could kill or injure innocent villagers. But he's captured by Jet's freedom fighters.
Sokka, I'm glad you decided to join us. I heard your plan to destroy the Earth Kingdom town.
However, by thinking on his feet and using some traps already laid by the Fire Nation, Sokka's able to escape and warn the villagers in time for them to evacuate. He's got good instincts, usually.
You traitor! No, Jet. You became the traitor when you stopped protecting innocent people.
Number 3. Taking down the airships.
We're too late! The fleet's already taking off!
The final battle of the series sees the Earth Kingdom being attacked by Fire Nation airships, while firebenders are empowered by Sozin's Comet. In order to stop the invasion, Toph, Suki, and Sokka board one of the flying vessels. While Toph is naturally the muscle, Sokka uses a harebrained yet brilliant idea to conveniently get all the crew off the ship.
Attention, crew. This is your captain speaking. Everyone please report to the bomb bay immediately for hotcakes and sweet cream.
He then uses the hijacked airship as a ramming weapon to take out most of the remaining fleet. The flying vessels were headed straight towards Aang's fight with the Fire Lord. If not for Sokka's plans, the airships might have interfered with the battle. And then where would the world be?
You did it! You should have seen yourself! It was amazing!
Number 2. Library research.
I'd like to spend my vacation at the library!
When the gang meets Professor Zay, he tells them that Wan Shi Tong's library contains books from every nation. Sokka quickly realizes the strategic importance of such a vast collection of knowledge. Although Wan Shi Tong thinks the Water Tribe warrior is a bit dim, Sokka is still able to fool the library owner into letting them learn new things.
You're not very bright, are you? Enjoy the library.
Bright enough to fool you.
While exploring the building, Sokka hits upon a key piece of information. An eclipse is coming. During the phenomenon, the firebenders will be helpless. Sokka hopes the eclipse can give him and his allies a huge edge over the Fire Nation. This info eventually forms the cornerstone of the hero's invasion plan.
We'll wait for the next eclipse, then we'll invade the Fire Nation when they're totally helpless. The Fire Lord is going down!
Not bad for someone Wan Shi Tong called not very bright.
That's called Sokka style.
Before we get to our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Fake earthbending. Even though it's Katara's idea, Sokka still helps make it look real.
There are ventilation shafts throughout these mines. All Aang has to do is send an air current from that vent to this one right here. The boulder levitates and ta-da! Fake earthbending.
Showing up Han. Sokka shows up his romantic rival by providing military intelligence.
Fire Navy uniforms don't look like that.
Of course they do. These are real uniforms captured from actual Fire Navy soldiers.
When, like 100 years ago?
Haiku battle. And people think Sokka is uncultured.
You think you're so smart with your fancy little words? This is not so hard.
Ooh. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Defeating Sparky Boom Man. Throughout the show's 3rd season, the group is pursued by a firebending assassin capable of creating explosions with his mind. Sokka names this explosive enemy Sparky Boom Man,
You know, I'm starting to think that name doesn't quite fit.
before settling on the catchier nickname Combustion Man. When the assassin tracks the group to the Western Air Temple, he attempts to snipe them from afar. Luckily, a reformed Zuko knocks Combustion Man off balance. With explosions and rubble raining down on them, none of the benders can retaliate.
And I can't get a good enough angle on him from down here.
I know how to get an angle on him.
Sokka then pulls out his trusty boomerang and uses it to hit Combustion Man in the head. This causes the explosive technique to fatally backfire on the assassin. If you don't think that takes intelligence or skill, you've clearly never tried to hit something with a boomerang.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but thanks, Zuko.
Hey, what about me? I did the boomerang thing.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.